They rescued sick and abused animals for years, but today a mother and daughter have been ordered not to work with animals in any way for 20 years after pleading guilty to animal abuse. CTV's Dan McIntosh has that story.
Zonda and MacIsaac had nothing to say, but her lawyer had one comment for reporters.
I asked you to leave her alone. Later.
Alice MacIsaac was almost as quiet as her daughter as they left the Port Hawkesbury courthouse. In February, police and SPCA investigators raided an animal rescue center called Celtic Pets, operated by Zonda and MacIsaac. Inside, they found close to 100 cats and dogs living in filthy conditions. 2 animals were dead. The overwhelming smell of urine and feces brought tears to the eyes of officers, physically and emotionally.
There was some, yes. Nancy broke down and cried, and then she left. And she went down to her truck to recuperate.
Days later, investigators seized 25 animals from the home of Alice MacIsaac, a former SPCA special constable. Mother and daughter faced 4 charges of animal cruelty, but today they pleaded guilty to 1 count of causing an animal to be in distress. The Crown did not offer evidence on the other charges.
They pled guilty to the provincial legislation, which has longer prohibition orders than the criminal code, so we made a decision that we felt the public would be better protected.
The MacIsaac's were each fined $1,000 and are not allowed to volunteer or work with animals in any circumstance for 20 years. McCrory says they can keep a few pets, but
the SPCA at any time can go in and inspect for the next 20 years, which on anybody's liberty is pretty severe.
Because they pled guilty to a provincial statute, the penalty only applies here in the province of Nova Scotia. However, given the notoriety of this case, it seems unlikely they could work with animals anywhere in the country without garnering some attention. Dan McIntosh, CTV News, Port Hawkesbury.